What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of F1 2017. Today we got the second round of the season, the Chinese Grand Prix. Last time what we did was the Australian Grand Prix. I'll leave a card for that if you want to go and check it out in the top right hand corner. But anyway, let's get on to the Chinese Grand Prix. We managed to do qualifying and grab our first pole of the season ahead of our teammate Raikkonen. And then we've got the two Mercedes, Hamilton and Bottas. So the conditions are dry. This is actually our first time racing in the dry in this career mode. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So we are counting down to the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. We've got 5 red lights and they are out. We are underway for the Chinese Grand Prix. A lot of tyre smoke from nearly all of the cars at the start. Kimi Raikkonen getting a blistering start and going up the inside of 1FG. Hamilton 2 going up the inside of 1FG. 1FG not getting the best start at all. We've got Ricciardo going round the outside of Bottas. But 1FG is back up the inside of Hamilton. And Ricciardo has got that move done on Bottas. Kimi Raikkonen already getting quite ahead of 1FG. But we can see Ricciardo splitting the two Mercs. So the top 5 order after that start, we've got Raikkonen, 1FG, Hamilton, Ricciardo and Bottas.
We're approaching the end of the life on these control electronics. Try to stay off the curbs and other rough surfaces.
So we've got a quick team radio there from 1FG, just explaining that some of the electronic components are getting a little bit worn and suggesting that keeping off some rough surfaces, including the curbs, might help to reduce some of that wear. So this is a battle for 6th place. We've got Verstappen in the slipstream of Perez, going down this long straight. Verstappen is now pulling out the slipstream of Perez and on the inside for this next corner. Going up the inside now and has got that move done and is now up into 6th place. It doesn't look like Perez is going to put up much of a fight. And that is another place for Verstappen. So now Verstappen is in 6th place and Perez is in 7th. So this is about for 2nd place. We've got Hamilton and 1FG side by side. But the position doesn't change. 1FG still in 2nd and Hamilton still in 3rd. So here is the battle for 1st place. Raikkonen is in the lead. 1FG in 2nd. Back there is Hamilton in 3rd position. But 1FG pulling a late move up the inside of Raikkonen, but Raikkonen is having none of it. Fighting and battling back as they are going up this straight into the long sweeping left-hander, but it looks like 1FG has got the move done and is now up to 1st position with Raikkonen in 2nd and Hamilton in 3rd. So going down this long straight, we can see Raikkonen getting closer and closer and closer all the time. But going into the braking zone, Raikkonen getting really close on the brakes. Hamilton is not far behind Raikkonen at all either. But 1FG still leading, and then we've got Raikkonen and Hamilton. But 1FG going straight on into the pit lane. So this is going to be his first stop. Raikkonen and Hamilton, they're long gone now, probably in the 2nd corner. The super softs come off and the soft tyres go on, and then 1FG, that was actually quite a long stop. The actual changing of the tyres was really quick, but it looks like 1FG struggled to get the power on after the pit stop was complete, but exiting the pit lane and he is out on the soft tyre after his first stop and presumably the only stop of this race for him. And a good slide and lock up to suit them fresh tyres well. So 1FG is catching up to the back of the Sauber of Ericsson after that pit stop. This is the battle for P18. Ericsson of course hasn't pitted, still on them super soft tyres from the start, but 1FG going round the outside to get that move done. But now down the long straight, can Ericsson maybe get a slipstream back to overtake at the end? We'll soon see. Doesn't look like he's going to get that inside line. No, 1FG then took P18. So while 1FG and Ericsson were battling out for P18, we got this position change with the McLarens going down this long straight. Alonso getting side by side next to Van Dorn on the inside line with a bit of DRS, and going up another position there for Fernando Alonso. So here we've got Raikkonen and Hamilton And they're both going into the pits, and Raikkonen, I think, locking up a tad there. Presumably changing for the soft tyre. We'll soon see though. We got Ricciardo too entering the pit lane. There is the softs for Hamilton. Changing them soft tyres. We got Ricciardo there pitting for the softs, and Raikkonen is getting held for a little bit. So that was a bad stop for Raikkonen, and Hamilton has jumped Raikkonen in that pit stop. We got 1FG2 with the onboard camera coming down the straight as Hamilton, Raikkonen and Ricciardo exit the pit. Hamilton managed to put himself between them two McLarens as 1FG going up the inside of Raikkonen in the first corner. Of course, his tyres will be much more warmed up and track ready, shall we say, because he has already been out for a few laps on them set of tyres, and diving up the inside of the McLaren. Not really a battle too much with that McLaren, but now on the back of Lewis Hamilton. Raikkonen lost a lot of time in that pit stop. Well, 1FG gaining on the back of Hamilton there, and I think he just ran into the back of him. I think 1FG just ran into the back of Hamilton. Not 100% sure though, might be wrong, but that's what it looked like. Hamilton all over the back of the Honda there. Honda McLaren, shall I say, not just the Honda. But 1FG going up the inside, and it looks like they touched again on the rear of Hamilton. And then going down this straight, they're all slipstreaming each other, all side by side. We've got Hamilton side by side with the Honda McLaren. Now we've got the Ferrari side by side with the Honda McLaren. We've got Kimi Raikkonen and the McLaren in the background, but 1FG diving up the inside of Hamilton to gain that position back. Of course, our other drivers out there haven't pitted, but 1FG now in 10th place, moving himself up the order. And the front running 3 cars have pitted there. So we got a snake of cars here. We got a Sauber, Hamilton, Raikkonen and Bottas. The Sauber hasn't pitted, but all 3 of them behind him have. As they come down this long straight though, of course with the DRS, everyone but the Sauber will get it. Hamilton side by side with the Sauber. Raikkonen getting really close to the back of Hamilton as we do ride on board. Hamilton and Raikkonen going into this tight corner as Raikkonen locks up, hits Hamilton there. They are side by side still though. Coming up to this final corner as Raikkonen makes a stunning move around the outside of Hamilton there. But Hamilton has come onto the inside line for the first corner next to Raikkonen as they go into the first corner. Raikkonen staying on the outside though, keeping up with Hamilton. He will be on the inside for the next corner. Bottas getting a good view of this, just watch you behind. Who will come out in front? And it is Raikkonen. Raikkonen is in front of Hamilton, and Bottas is really close to the back of Hamilton now. And Raikkonen managed to make up that position back from Hamilton that he lost in the pit stops.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control.
So we've got another team radio there to 1FG, warning that they've got some dangerous wear on the MGU-H, and he needs to keep them engine temps under control and make sure it doesn't overheat, otherwise that will increase the wear. So some more problems there for 1FG. So we're on the second to last lap, down this big long straight for the second to last time. Raikkonen getting side by side with 1FG. But 1FG, of course, on the inside line, he will have a little bit of an advantage. Hamilton getting very close to the back of Raikkonen now, going through the last corner for the second to last time. 1FG running out wide too, but again they're in the slipstream, all of them but 1FG with the DRS. Going into the first corner, a long sweeping first corner. Got to be patient around here. Going into the second corner, a long corner as well, and here we go, we can open it up down this straight, on board with Raikkonen's nose. Well, not his actual nose because that's in the crash helmet, but on the car nose. Going into this tight corner. And 1FG getting sideways there. That looked pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that looked pretty sick. But anyway, going into this left-hander and into this right-hander, cars keeping somewhat the same distance apart. Closing up into the braking zones, but now Raikkonen all over the back of 1FG. 1FG defending Kimi Raikkonen. We are on the final lap. So it's now or never for all of these drivers going down this long straight for the final time. 1FG with a little bit of a gap to Raikkonen, and Raikkonen with a little bit of a gap to Hamilton. Again into this hairpin. 1FG locking up, and I think Raikkonen locked up a tad there. On board with 1FG getting all squirrely out of that exit, but coming to the final corner. For the final time, 1FG celebrating there. 1FG is your winner. Kimi Raikkonen a close second, Hamilton a close third, and Bottas a close fourth.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Our current points leader extends their lead at the top of the championship after a very good result here today. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Alrighty guys, so after that race, we did come first. Of course, we are still leading the Drivers' Championship with 50 points. We are 17 points clear of second place, which is Lewis Hamilton, with 33 points. And 27 points clear of the third place, which is Verstappen, on 23 points. So yeah, that was the first race we managed to do in the dry. Of course, Australia, if you haven't already watched it, was in the wet. There is a card for it in the top right hand corner in case you do want to check it out. So we had a few problems in the race, and if you did notice, it was all to do with the engine. Now, I didn't realise just how much the engine wear at first goes down. We've been using these parts through the whole of round 1, which was the Australian Grand Prix, and of course have been doing practice and qualifying, and now the race at the Chinese Grand Prix. And you carry them parts through all of them sessions. So yeah, that's a lot of mileage already on them parts, and they did show quite a significant amount of wear already. A lot of the parts on the engine are already over 50%, which is a lot. And I didn't realise how the wear actually works. So in Australia, I was just driving flat out for the whole weekend and took way too much life out of all the parts, which has showed up here in the Chinese Grand Prix. But yeah, that's really it. We all learn, so next time I will learn, I will know for the next round, round 3. You can also do some upgrades and that on the wear and stuff like that. If you want me to do a video on that, it's quite a interesting part of the Formula 1 career mode, and it is in a lot of detail. So if you do want me to do a video on that, be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, one more thing, I did mess up on that pit stop because I used the manual pit stops. So when the mechanics have done their job of taking the tyres off and putting new ones on, if you have it on manual, you sort of have to do what you would do at the start of a formation lap to pull away. And I had no clue what to do as it was my first time. And yeah, I need to work on that. So I'll definitely be working on that for next time. And yeah guys, I'm going to leave it here for this Chinese Grand Prix on round 2 of the season. Let me know in the comments any feedback or anything. Also, I refer to us as 1FG because that is the channel name. But as I'm like recording it and that, I don't know if that just gets too much and I should refer to us as the Ferrari or us or something like that. Or, you know, you're not even bothered and you're just like, mate, you're just, no, we ain't bothered. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. Also, if you have any feedback about anything else, please be sure to let me know in the comments too. But yeah, round 3 is at Bahrain, and that track has its own tricky sections and bits in it, so that will be an interesting race. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know if you have by leaving a like or a comment. Subscribe if you're new. Have a fantastic day. Peace!